everyone, it's Sally here, and for today's Amazix Ask Me Anything interview, I am speaking with Kartik, who is the CEO for Springrole, and Shiv, who is the product manager. Hi guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for chatting today. So maybe we can just start with a little bit of background about both of you and your history.
Sure. Yeah, so I graduated from Carnegie Mellon with a master's degree in natural language processing and artificial intelligence. And after that, I was the Chief Technical Officer of Science, which is a Los Angeles-based incubator. Worked with Dollar Shave Club, Dog Vacay, Dollar Shave Club got $1 billion exit, and have been involved with science. And then started Springrole in 2014, and then been with Springrole since then.
Wow, so you've been around for a few years then with Springrole.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Shiv?
Yeah, so out of college I worked for Cisco, part of the video surveillance division. After that I quit and joined a startup called Guruji Learning and was heading their product there and built their product from scratch, from the ground up, and got national and international traction. After that I hit up Kartik, who I knew since college, and found out that he's working on a very interesting use case in the blockchain space, and jumped on the track of it. And since then I've been with Springrole.
Awesome. Maybe we can get into just a few words about your project and what Springrole is.
Okay, sure. So we're building a blockchain-powered professional profile attestation protocol. So, too many words there, but basically it's a protocol for verification on the blockchain. So whatever you write on your profile is verified through this protocol, and it's, on the blockchain. And the reason we're doing this is, there's a lot of fake profiles, lots of endorsements. The professional profiles have, they're not really authentic. So we're, getting the authenticity to the profile through the blockchain.
So it's almost like a decentralized LinkedIn that has a higher level of authentication and verification. Would you say that?
Sure. So, that's one aspect. And then the token economics comes in where, every time I'm sending you an email, it is costing me $10. You're not getting it. I'm not getting it. It is going to LinkedIn. But here what happens is you get it, your network gets it, people who have endorsed you, people who have attested you, get a part of it.
Okay, and it sounds like you're solving a real issue because there is a ton of fake information out there, especially on job applications and profiles. So that's definitely a concern. So how does the role of blockchain technology play into this then to help alleviate that?
Sure. So, the concept itself is decentralized in the sense, if you are a software engineer at Facebook, it sends out a request to, Facebook as a company, sends out a request to people, who work at Facebook, people who have been previously verified to work at Facebook. All of them say yes, 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 that, he or she is working at Facebook. These are the dates, and that is written on the blockchain. So it's immutable, one-time verification. And finally, this blockchain makes sure that this is owned by the users. It's up to the user, who to give access to, control, when to pull access, all of those things. And then the token economy just brings in the revenue aspect as well.
Okay, so this ensures verification, transparency, it brings the revenue, and it gives people back their own data through decentralization.
Exactly.
Okay,
Correct.
And is this your first blockchain project, or do you have a history with other ones?
Sure. So I had done a previous company back in 2013, and this was a US dollars to Bitcoin exchange. This was when I was in Carnegie Mellon. And then, obviously, I think with most people back then was like, set up a mining operation, just have fun with Bitcoin and blockchain. This was before Ethereum was even started.
So yeah, so you've been in since before it was trendy to have blockchain in your name or your title.
Yeah.
Awesome. So a few words about the team. So I know we have a little bit of background on both of you, but who else is on your team and who's your advisors?
Sure. Yeah. So, Shiv is obviously, with us, and then we have, so our advisors are, pretty much, across the board. So Alex Waters, he's part of the Bitcoin core committee. He coded for Bitcoin. He was the chief operating officer for BitInstant. Then we have Mike Jones, who was the CEO of MySpace. Then we have Jason Morton. He's a Stanford PhD. Works at Penn State University now. He teaches stats. Then who else? Rick Marini. Yeah. So we have Rick, who's the founder of Branch Out. He's grew Branch Out to 800 million people worldwide, and then sold Branch Out. So his net experience is really valuable in helping us grow Springrole to 800 million and beyond.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a lot of really awesome advisors and a great network working with you. So, do you have a third party that you're working with at all for marketing or legal issues or anything like that?
Sure. So, Amazix is there, that they do our community. So, Amazix is awesome. And then we have a bunch of other marketing vendors, and, Fenwick West has been doing our legal, all the documents, law firm, all of that stuff. Yeah.
That's excellent, because I know a lot of investors like to hear that you have a solid marketing team and a plan with that. So Amazix is a great company for community engagement and for pushing the project out there. So who is your project made for? So what problems does it really solve? I know we've touched on that a little bit, but maybe we can go into detail.
Sure. You want to take this?
Yeah, sure. So the project mainly works in two ways, right? It's for both for employers and for people who are looking for job applications or individuals. For employee, it takes away a big headache for them because they know that whatever profiles they're viewing, those are trusted. Typically, what companies do is they actually go through the entire interview process and then do a screening to make sure that they're okay. But here you can actually flip that model around and make sure that everyone who you're talking to is authenticated. From the candidate side of things, they get a verified professional profile that they can sort of showcase, and they can promote trust and authenticity and use that as the benchmark to reach out to other companies and improve their profile online as well.
So it sounds like it saves a lot of time, especially for employers, because they can kind of do that reverse process, like you said, so they can check the people first before wasting all the time going through the interview and only to find out that their qualifications maybe aren't what they said they were.
Correct. So, yeah, okay. It also makes the interview process, much smaller, because, you have this endorsement graph, which is, they have had endorsements, reputation-based endorsements from their network, which is, much more stronger than just saying, hey, he or she just endorsed me, and then you have no clue if that person even knows that skill, right? Because on LinkedIn, anyone can endorse anyone. Like, there is no checking, and there's maybe that person does not even know he's not a salesperson, but he's endorsing me. Right?
It could be someone's brother or their mom, and they're endorsing their skills. Do you guys have any competitors in this space right now?
Yeah, so it's a hot space. There are a bunch of them, Indoors and Profeed and Moonlight and this. I think there'll always be lots of companies coming up here. Like, we've been in business since 2014. We have 4,500 users who've signed up, created their profiles. We have 43,000 Telegram members. I think over 50,000 people signed up to create profiles, and we are slowly opening up to them. And so I'll just say, we are been in business, we have existing customers. Go to our AngelList profile, you will see that we have testimonials from customers as well. So this is not another company which is just adding blockchain to their name, right? This is something.
Yeah, so you have a history, you have users already, so it sounds like you're kind of ahead of the game there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if I invest money into this project, what do I get? So what are the benefits of the token? Other than just selling it on an exchange, how can I use it?
Sure, yeah. You want to take this?
Yeah, so a lot of the key actions on the platform are sort of linked to tokens, and that sort of creates a very strong token economic model in the platform. So I think Karthik mentioned, if you want to message somebody that you're not connected to, that's where the token comes in. If you want to endorse somebody, and if you sort of gain anything on the platform through your endorsements, then the people who have endorsed you also get rewarded in tokens. So whereas the token, it's always looked as an investment as well, but it has a very strong application inside the platform, and our users will actually see a lot of use cases for the token in every stage of the platform.
And so when we launch, the token, which should be in July, you will be able to use the token on the platform.
Okay, so it has a lot of utility within the Springrole platform, like you said, for verification and for all different purposes. So it's truly a utility token too.
Exactly.
Okay, and how much money are you raising? Do you have a particular sum?
Yeah, so we're raising around $12 million. The Ether price keeps fluctuating, so it's hard to put a number. But that's what we are raising, and we are actually in a private sale now. The public pre-sale starts on the 15th of this month, Then the public sale is in July. So public pre-sale starts in 15th of this month. It's a standard KYC. It's a standard DocuSign KYC. If you are interested, you can just go on to our website and sign up right now.
Okay, and what are the token metrics? Can you tell me the supply, the price of the tokens, if there's any countries that aren't allowed to participate, things like that?
Sure. So we have 10 billion tokens. The base price of a token is 50,000 Spring is 1 Ether, right? Then I think there's a list of countries. I'll need to double check. There's like 10 countries or something.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure that'll be on your website, I'm sure. So if people go to it and they try to sign up, they'll be able to see the list. So we don't need to go through each one of those. What are some of the risk factors of possible failure of the project, or what could be an obstacle maybe to the success of something like this?
Sure. So, I think it's pretty much standard with all, blockchain companies, and one, which is basically how do you build products for the non-crypto users? Like how do you get, like my mom, my dad on the blockchain, right? That is what we want to be, right? There's 7.2 billion people in this world, and, we want each one of them to be on the blockchain. So it's not really a risk. It's more about, a challenge, and when that happens. It's not like if that happens, it's like when that happens, right? So we are already, we're doing more than what other companies are doing, in the sense we have a real product. We have 5,000 users, so we're already there. We just need to get to 7.2 billion people.
And I think as Karthik was mentioning, blockchain is an enabler, right? So and when you're building a professional network, you can't just rely on having crypto users who sort of get what blockchain means. It's also about attracting the non-crypto users, making sure that they see a lot of value from the platform, even though they might not understand the underlying technology of it. So that's really the challenging part of it, which is to build these products that while have blockchain in the underlying ecosystem, the people who use it can just see the benefits and resonate with that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because I think there are a lot of barriers as far as getting the mass adoption with any crypto and any blockchain technology right now. So it's great that you mentioned that as kind of a bridge, though, where you want to have something that people outside of crypto can understand and use without having to fully understand blockchain and all the underlying aspects. So that's a great point. Do you ever analyze the negative scenarios, like if the project isn't implemented or you don't raise enough capital? How will this affect the investors? How will they be protected?
Yeah, so, as I said, like we started in 2014, so we are here, it's already been 4 years. We have existing customers, we are going to do this no matter what. And this is exactly why we built a product even before, announcing the ICO.
Which is kind of interesting, because not many companies have a product before doing an ICO. So I think that makes you very unique, that you actually have a product with users. So that's a great point. So to sum this,
I would say like not many companies have a product even after the ICO.
That's actually really true. So good point. To sum everything up that we've talked about, can you just give me a couple of sentences maybe from both of you as to why somebody should invest in Springrole?
Yeah, so I would say, like, if you are using LinkedIn or any professional profile site, if you're using your resume, which is basically everyone in this world, and you understand why this is so broken, why it is so easy to lie on your resume, why resumes have fake information, why it's so unstructured, and this needs to be fixed, then Springrole is the place to be.
Yeah, and I would like to add that we hear about the magic of the blockchain, especially in the last couple of years. And Springrole wants to be one of those applications that really reaches out to a lot of people and makes them sort of realize that, okay, blockchain is not just theoretical. It's not just about the hype and the token sale. It's also about legitimate products that you can use every day and can actually make your life a bit better and help you in your professional career.
Yeah, excellent. It sounds like this project really is a great bridge between crypto and the general public. So great. So thank you so much for sharing all of these details and going over everything about your project. And I will have a link in the description for the Springrole website, so people can go there and look at the beta version. They can sign up for the ICO. So be sure to check that out. And thanks again.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. You too. Bye.